Hello, everybody. I am SS the Showstopper, and today is the 27th of March 2024. I got it right. I got it right. And if you watch my previous videos, they're videos that I used to do from, I think it was last year, 2022, that each time when I'm about to speak on the date, I used to get it messed up. I used to get it really messed up. And that's why I started saying the year for Lord, because I usually get it messed up and I don't know why. But I think time needs to be on my side now. But I finally got it right and I'm happy about it. Okay, so I have been busy. I've been on the road. I've been doing some things, trying to make $1 out of 50 cents. You understand? So I do some things that require me to be out of town, require me to be out. So I wasn't able to upload any videos. I have videos that I did that I can upload, but when I look back into them, I think I need to add more to it. And because of such, I say that, listen, I don't think that I really want to upload these videos and stuff. So don't think that I don't. I actually do. But I've been busy. However, there's this particular video. Guys, excuse the outside noise. I do apologize for it if you are hearing it. But there's this particular video that I want you guys to watch, and you can tell me what you think in the comment section. But just watch it for a few, I think it goes for a minute and a half or something like that. And then I will be back with my message.
Gun find thing I don't know what the car. Me and me uniform I have find gun off and me like me a criminal. So me not understand that.
Did the officer stop you down the road?
Stop me.
Yeah. Okay. Did the officer stop you down the road? No, you have to take you if you can't take you away. No, you have to just come take my phone out of my hand. I said, did the officer stop you down the road? Eh? Did the officer stop you down the road? Eh? Did the officer stop you down the road? Eh? Eh? And that's if you answer me. Eh? Since you want to be treated like criminals. Eh? We don't have no uniform. We don't have no uniform. Police step out in the road and stop you. I want to drive left them. And then the next set of police stop and you drive left them. Eh? 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 You should be ashamed by yourself. Eh? And the government uniform. Eh? In a government uniform, police stop you. Eh? What you say? Talk now, what you say? I'm going to get you up on the camera. Talk what you say now. What you say? What you say? Eh?
And that is that. Now, these are two, as you can see in the video, what seems to be two soldiers being recorded by law enforcement officers, police officers, really. And they're complaining that these soldiers drove past two police stops. One police stopped them, they drove past. Another police stopped them, they didn't stop, they drove past. So they got them at a location where I guess they had to stop. And so the law enforcement officers are recording the matter and saying that how can they disobey the law enforcement officers when we stopped you, and they're complaining that they have the camera on them and stuff like that. And people in the comment section are supporting the soldiers. You know, people, Jamaican people, they don't like police officers, so they're supporting the soldiers, and they're saying that you don't know if they had an emergency. You don't know if they had an emergency. They have to be at work on time. They cannot be late. You don't know if they had an emergency. The police officers is using brute force or is, you know, exercising power by any means, and the guys he should have just leave the soldiers alone. Soldiers are more powerful, are more combative than police officers. Police do not have any power over soldier. They should just leave the soldiers alone, let them do their job, let them go about their business, yada 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 and stuff like that. Now, if you guys have gifts in telepathy, that's great, that's a beautiful thing. But where I'm from, I don't know if law enforcement officers or police officers to that extent have any gifts in telepathy. It means that they can't read mind, they can't predict the future, they can't determine what is really happening or what's taking place. They can only go by suspicion. Now, if you are driving past in a soldier uniform in an unmarked vehicle, which in this video, I think it was a Mark X, please explain how the police officers supposed to know those are actual soldiers. The last time I checked, there are people who dress up in soldier uniform, police uniform, and they're on a mission to commit illegal activities. You understand me? To commit crime. And so they want the law enforcement to not detect them so they can drive past easily. And because of such, police officers are catching wind. And so when they see you on the road, they will stop you in traffic. You are within your right to question why you're being stopped. However, you are supposed to stop. That's the law. You are supposed to stop. Now, for the persons that are in the comment section, and this is what I realize with Jamaica, you guys just support lawlessness to such a disastrous extent. You don't even know what you are doing. You don't know what you are doing. How can a police officer stop someone? And you're saying that a soldier at that, and you're saying that he shouldn't stop him, bad mind, and they are exercising power and why they need to record him and stuff like that. What's wrong with being recorded? You are you're a soldier. You are supposed to stop. You drove past 2 police officers. And a lot of people are speaking about this and that. You want visa so much. Visa is like the second meal for you. And you want it so much to go in people's first world country where you have to abide by the law. You have to abide by the rules. You have to abide by regulation. A police officer stop you as a black man. You best. If you don't do anything, you want to stop. You understand? And this is what I don't understand. You're coming into your own country and you want to destroy your own country because you don't believe that you should abide by any law. You should go wherever you please. You should do whatever you please. No police is supposed to stop anybody. No police is supposed to check anybody. They should leave you alone. Let you drive. If it's a one way and you feel like driving up the one way, that's totally up to you. Nobody should stop you. Nobody should say anything to you. Nobody should investigate you. Nobody should say anything. And this is a society that we have. It's like an animal farm. An animal farm. And I can't stress it anymore that the stupidity of a lot of these people is way more frightening than the 7 p.m. news. The stupidity of a lot of Jamaican people is way more frightening than the 7 p.m. news because I can't see what's the issue. Why would you be a soldier and a police officer stop you and you refuse to stop? Why would it be? And people are saying that you're going to write them up so that they can lose their job or they get suspended. What the police officer didn't make them get suspended. They suspended their own self. You disobey. Why would you not stop? If a police officer stop you, why would you not stop? If you're up to something good and it's something illegal that you're doing, why would you not stop? Why would you drive past a police officer on the road? It matters not your status. You understand me? It matters not your status. A police officer stop you and you are law enforcement yourself. I've been in a police vehicle. I've been in a private vehicle, but it's owned by the government, that is. And it happened to be driven by police officers and other police stopped the vehicle on the road and they stopped. And they communicated with the police and let them know what's about to happen and whatever the case may be, and they continue driving. It's just that simple. Now, they could have avoided a simple situation like that. Possibly hand them the ID and let them know that, okay, bossy, I'm late for work and whatever. You understand? And then they go on. But they drove past as if we don't respect you. And this is a problem in society. Respect. Law enforcement need to respect other law enforcement authority. Also, law enforcement need to respect citizens of the country and citizens need to respect law enforcement. I don't know if there should be a course wherein they show where it's an interchangeable respect that needs to be between two or among many when it comes to civilians and law enforcement to law enforcement. That possibly need to be mandatory in school. It probably need to be a curriculum in school because certainly the society have no clue what respect is and they believe that they can be disrespectful to just about anybody and nobody should say anything. The moment they say something about it, you're bad mind, you're fighting against them, you need to go and look for gunmen, you need to go and look for thief, you need to go and look for raper man and all these kind of things. You have a civic duty, you can go and look for them too. You understand? You are a citizen of this country, exercise your civic duty. So when we look into it, I wonder, why do you guys call police officers when you have a problem? I don't go out and I don't disrespect people. I do not disrespect police officers. You know why? Because if a guy put his hands on me, the first person I'm going to call is a police officer. I'm not going to combat him because I'm not trying to break a nail. You understand me? I'm a girly girl. I'm not having that moment. And if a girl believes that she can put her hands on me, I'm going to call the police officers also because I want them on my side at all time. I'm simply not going to break a nail. I'm not going to get into a fight with you unless I really have to. You understand? But otherwise from that, I'm a girly girl. I'm not trying to break a nail. So I'm going to call law enforcement officers because I need them on my side to protect me. And I don't know how simpler can I break that down? My cat is in my room. I don't know how simpler I can break that down for people to understand. But it seems as if they want to turn Jamaica into an animal farm. They want it to be Haiti. That's the reason Haiti is where it's at today. Haiti is not where it's at because of France. Haiti is actually where it's at because they decide to exercise lawlessness at any point. From they don't like the system of governance, we're going to kill him and get rid of him, and that's it. And somebody's going to finance it, whether it be a United States, another super country, and we're going to take the money and finance it and just kill that government, that president, and get him out. And we put who we want, and if who we want is it, we're just going to kill him. That's just how they think and function. You understand me? An animal farm type of behavior. And with that being said, let's move on to another madness.
Hallelujah. Oh, free cartel.
Yeah, man, make them see, man.
Yeah, and them see the picture. Come, zoom up on our picture for it.
Yeah, man.
See it, and make sure see it.
See them fall and
Lift up the man stake and make them see. See it, come and take up our picture with them.
Yeah,
See
man.
it,
Yeah, man.
yeah, man.
See the with our ram, see the I am we are sent by your blood clot.
Makar down back now. Yeah. So Paula, for years now you have been keeping up Shagri. You cover that General Fredar. Even Hanjo, everybody afraid of Paula Louis.
So she heavy.
Listen me, I want man alone to take her on a PJ party.
I never have blood king. So you run blood with PNP man then.
Mark Golden Fredar.
So why them?
So listen me, so Paula Louis, Lego Vybz Kartel. Look at the innocent youth them. Because Snake I hear Shedik. The whole of the law firm called me and say, Emperor, you alone who can depend on. Even lawyer Fredar. Yes, she can't move. And she come back and she work at Gibraltar. Like a she had the DPP in the world.
Hard for move.
Hard for move. Have to file renate to them. Have to judge news and them can't get DPP too.
So we are going to show her.
So we're going to show Paula Louis, so we're going to move you.
We are sure.
What up, Jimmy there?
But them just say Jimmy now ramping.
Yeah, so she believes it's a joke thing. Paula, let me tell you something. It's an Asian Zulu. It's an Asian Karamanti, Asian Burundo, Maroon Magic this. You can't, this name double in a one. If you give Cartel 2 more there, and 200 years what the fuck you get, always have a recard to say they get fucked. Paid up it.
So the Emperor show you what is what.
Look. So no matter which road they touch Paula Louis, it's there. See there? Road compellence. Come stay because you go around there. Yeah man,
Because she feel like say the Emperor they on the joke thing when they attack.
They must feel like joke where run. Like I put it down here and down to the good Paula Louis can't have survive about there.
And the Emperor spoken. Yeah. Yeah, man, we are get a cover. We are going to get a cover and cover it up. Because we have a one slab over there, so we can cover it
so
up.
So, Paula, come on, fat.
Yeah, put them in there.
We are here 24 hours. Going to get the speaker. We don't cover it up as yet. That should have free cartel. We are covering. And Paula, once I get covered on this land, a normal thing, you know.
24 hours.
24 hours we give Paula.
Emperor.
Look away, look away, look away.
And the Emperor have spoken, says 24 hours I give her to do what she's supposed to do. See there? Him not depend on the joke thing and the dolly and the picture with her going in there as well.
See the seal her up.
See there your hand there, just put up your hand there, yeah.
See there? We shall have been. Seal her.
Never ramp with the Maroon Emperor, man. We don't know what time it is. Man, I show you what time it is.
Woman, mama, father, Paula Louis. Judgment. Paula Louis, your time has come. Judgment will take you. This will be your last. Paula Louis, this will be your last warning. Come, Snake Eye.
I don't think people are with you. I think I'm natural.
Yes. What up, Snake Eye?
David!
Terrible.
You
Yes, man, see that? No matter which road you go, Paul alone, see that?
Road it say.
Road.
And the emperor spoke him.
And here,
Oh, Cartel.
Shall I be?
Wetty man.
Yes, man.
Wash off him man good. That show us that this and this and this.
Paula,
That it we
wash
are.
and free, Paula.
So that for go on, him supposed to wash
So-
free.
Remember, people. A Jah work we do. Na Yankee Pong work we do. The ancestors work. See it, one buckle of rum. So the spirit will get paid. So Paul alone, we warn you. People see that?
See them
Copper
there?
coin and the silver. Yeah.
Do
Pay
your
for the
work.
dolly and pay for the head. So the work pay for Paul alone. So snake eye, wash we and clean.
Yeah, really.
So people,
And I
look out.
1862.
Look out for see. Paul alone lose position, lose pace. Look out for see. One bag of crime. A go around her. What she create for herself. Leg of Vybz Kartel, Paula. England make sure say them show we say Jamaica the corruptest system. And all when they show the Jamaican law system and the corruptest. Snake eye, Paul alone still want show say she corrupt when corrupt. Let me say she show say she read King Charles. She show say she read Queen's Council. She show say as she alone are the boss.
Actually, one thing.
As she and that you say.
No, man, in our society, she can't run.
Alright, Paula. So, Paula, we shall have heat. Tiboshe Manisha, what I can, bro. Alakanta distos. So, snake eye, 24 hour.
And if it don't
Yeah.
happen, you know what is
24
going to
hour.
happen.
They all with shoes to wash.
Yeah man, show them how go on,
Yes,
man,
snake eye, what
emperor.
about?
Wash your boot again, emperor, man. Them sister, this way I do.
Yeah, man, see that?
We are step with the spirit, you know.
Step with the ancestors, them. What is snake eye? So, Paula, do the right thing. And people, remember, everything me and Snake Eye do over the years and say,
It come true on the play team.
No joke.
no
Okay.
joke.
Come to pass, man.
And if you don't need no Obi ring, or don't need no clearance, or no call way,
Okay.
See
No,
that?
you're not more than that.
you know why you're nothing more than that.
Emperor know what he's doing, so once you see the emperor do him work, when you must know it do good,
Come around.
I'm done.
Yes,
Well,
the man
listen.
is innocent. And let me tell you something. This is not for Paul alone now. Judgment shall befall on all those who align themselves with Paula.
Fight against that.
That cartel fight against
Everybody.
all people.
But 3/4 of the saying that people is innocent people, them. The one who commit the crime is put them back on road.
As we see that in enough things, you see all with the water commission, man. Big crime.
And they should let him go.
And she let him go back free.
Mm.
So, it's a friend thing she deal with.
I don't want the whole of cartel money. I mean, no, them getting life.
So, no, we already know some want to kill cartel in jail, you know. But Paula, and all of you people who are lying on yourself with Paula, people just listen for your peer judgment and take them. Listen for your peer. So if I was you, I know Paula Lewin, far away from her. Because remember, you know, you see what they should send the local gunman and come for it. I just want to do all of the gunman there. Tell the people want to do all of them.
I'm dead. They're not
All right.
sleep right now.
I know we lick them. And the legions lick them.
The ancestors, them can't run with the emperor, man. Them don't know that already.
We shall have a maroon government. Nothing else make sense.
We not under no government, no under Andrew
One maroon.
government, no other government than one maroon government.
Na Yankee Pong, Gaia, the ever present mother of earth, the Zulu, the ancestors, will call upon this. We shall have a. So, Paula, we'll give you one chance to redeem yourself. You see how England sure say you're corrupt, you embarrass yourself on TV, you embarrass yourself in the hallway, and you still come down here and keep up shigri. So, Paula, make us see if you better than the ancestors them. See that, Paula? When you see the man in the yellow hat come, Paula,
You know how that's a danger?
Alright, we don't need to sell the boat. Snake, we don't want to talk too much.
Yeah,
we like when the work do itself. So people, if you have man problem, girl, call me. Man, if you have woman problem, if you don't have any kind of problem, just call me and Snake Eye people. How they do ancestors, how they do?
See that the emperor has just completed his work, you know. And I showed Father Llewellyn say, here we go, mama. You have to go free up the world, boss, you know. Yeah, I call the emperor not like what you do. Him say I be wrongs you do. So and the emperor make you know say 24 hours in a Father Llewellyn. 24 hours the emperor give.
And that is that. Now, I did a video on L.A. Lewis many months ago, and I was speaking on the things that, you know, he was complaining about, that he's not being respected or getting his credit and stuff like that. It's just one big foolishness that, you know, I was looking at, and I was examining the case of why exactly is it that he feel he needs credit and stuff like that. And lo and behold, we will have a situation right now wherein L.A. Lewis is doing what seems to be witchcraft on the DPP, Paula Llewellyn, because he said that he wants her to be removed from office because she has Vybz Kartel in prison. She sent Vybz Kartel to prison and refused to release him. And because of such, he is doing what seems to be witchcraft, and persons are endorsing it, persons are supporting it, saying that she should be removed and he's doing the right thing, and all of that in the comment section while, you know, he was doing whatever it is or when the video is uploaded. Now, I look into it, and based on my observation, I realized something very profound about this world. There are so many first world countries out there that are very powerful, and I realize that they're not powerful necessarily because of its size, because there are lots of countries in the world that are major, that are really big, but they're not powerful. And they are also not powerful because of its populace, because there are so many countries out there that have a large population, but they are not necessarily powerful. Could it be based on their weaponry? Yeah, maybe. Yes, their weaponry is a contributory factor, but one of the key things that we forget that these countries are powerful based on is they have the ability to capitalize on the stupidity of other nations. Yes, the stupidity of another nation. A nation that major in the minor, a nation that major in foolishness, a nation that makes a mockery of itself will always be subordinate and subservient to another nation. Because that's what you major in. That's what you support. You enjoy making a mockery of yourself, and you like it because it's funny. It yields to your sense of humor. And because it appeals to your sense of humor, you go on and you think it's funny. You share it with others. You like it. It spreads like wildfire. More so, than something positive and something wholesome. Now, when I look into this situation, L.A. Lewis claimed to be a Maroon, right? And I don't know, based on my history, a Maroon is a hill dweller. It's an English term and it's a hill dweller, so I don't know why you referring yourself to such. But let's say all things are equal and there's a nation of people who are actually Maroon, right? You decided that you're going to tap into spirituality because you want to remove the DPP. So you come out in broad sunlight with all these kind of things that are all this type of paraphernalia that you gather together, and you decide that you're going to perform witchcraft in sunlight in a graveyard, and that you're going to bury the imagery of the DPP, Paula Llewellyn, in a grave because you want her to release Vybz Kartel, and if she don't, all these things are going to happen to her, and then you have crossroads spray, so any road that she took or any road that she decides to take, she will have an accident or she will come into a bump or whatever the case may be. These are the things that you decide to do, and then you are going to pay your ancestors 2 coin. No. If that's what you think of your ancestor, that they are there or they were there or their power is to put or to endorse foolishness or the things that you decide to do, which is to do bad things or ill things or to take the life or to create great misfortune for another person, then I can pull a Kanye West and simply say that, you know, for you to be enslaved for so long, slavery was actually a choice because the ancestors would have been very stupid. Because if such is the case, and they can only measure in doing destructive things on people, rather than looking at the island and where we are, bringing peace, prosperity, goodwill to men, create fertility for vegetation so that we can have an abundance in food. It can be sold way cheaper, at the market. All these good things can happen to us as a nation of people. But the ancestors are what? They are just there to do destructive things and create misfortune for other people. This is what you're tapping into. You understand? I can easily well pull a Kanye West and say the ancestors were stupid. Slavery was a choice for them to be enslaved for so long. You are reducing your ancestors to nothing and then you're paying them 2 coins. That's what the ancestral spirits are worth. I'm just going by the logics, to say that these things are actually real and it's true, and that, the ancestors, you can actually tap into them, you can summon them, you can conjure up spirits, you understand, and get them to do your bidding. No, there's so much crime and violence on the island. There's so much things on the island. I'm just saying that all things are equal, okay? So much crime and violence on the island. There's so many things taking place on the island that are of ill report, and it's taking the lives of so many people. Why don't you do something then that will promote prosperity, that will promote peace, that will promote family values, something that can push the nation into a first world status, and also have us respecting ourselves, begin to promote brotherly love and sisterly love? Why don't you do something that will promote something like that? Instead, you are contributing to the ills of the society by doing something very deep, dark, dastardly act, and thinking that it is cute and it is funny. It's cute and it's funny. Back to my argument that the stupidity of Jamaican people is way more frightening than the 7 p.m. news. Because for someone to actually think, and judging by the comment section, people are thinking that this thing is cool and it's funny and everything is okay. The entire world is seeing it. You understand? Might I add, witchcraft is illegal in Jamaica. Right? Witchcraft is actually illegal in Jamaica, but that's just the lightest part of it. You're tapping into your ancestors and you couldn't find anything better that you could summon your ancestors to do. There's nothing better out there that you could summon the ancestors. This is the best you could come up with. And I know a lot of you guys are going to say, oh, I talk too much and I this and I that. But truth will out. Someone has to speak up for truth, and someone has to speak up for righteousness. Someone has to speak up for something wholesome. Because young children are watching. There are children who are watching these things, and they will think that it is okay. They will think that this thing is good that you are doing. They will think it is funny. Let me go and try it. You understand? So for you to put something like that out there in the social media space and thinking that it's okay, and this is what you're reducing your ancestors to do, it shows that in the city of the blind, the one-eyed man is really a king. Because you're gaining traction from it. That's why you're continuously doing it. And then to add insult to injury, in the end, you're saying that if a woman have problem with her man, she must call you. Or a man have problem with woman, she must call you. You understand? Again, nothing that says that, okay, if you want the crime and you want this to dwindle down and go down, you want prosperity, you want fertility in the land and stuff like that. This is what, there's nothing positive that you are actually trying to accomplish. It's all negative things. There's nothing positive that you're trying to accomplish with what you are doing. And people are laughing. The Bible says, why do the heathen rage? And the people imagine a vain thing. They think nothing of it. They think nothing of it. Now, even let's say I'm not a biblical person. I'm not a religious person. I'm not biblical then. I'm not a Christian. But at the end of the day, I can pull scriptures that I can use to find oneness within myself. I can use to be at atonement with myself. And I know enough to know that this, what you're doing, is not right. There is right from wrong. There's good from bad. What you're doing is something bad. It is not something good. You understand? I think there is someone who is seeking a petition to remove the DPP and stuff like that. There are channels, there are avenues that you can take. I don't think that there's any petition that can really remove the DPP. But I'm just saying that here lies someone who's trying a strategy then to, for his purpose and stuff like that, whether I agree with it or not. But at the end of the day, L.A. Lewis, no, not L.A. Lewis. At the end of the day, the mass of the people, you're allowing the half-blind to lead you. You are allowing the half-blind to lead you to where? The land of nothingness. because there's nothing positive you're going to gain from it. There's nothing great you're going to gain from it other than personal destruction. And you can very well be casting something and you put spells on your own goddamn self and you find a slew of misfortune beginning to reach you and the entire nation of people, and you guys are wondering what's happening because you laugh and scoff at all these kind of things that are taking place on social media and you think it is cute. You actually think it is cute. You're allowing what seemed to be a madman to lead you astray. L.A. Lewis sounds and act like someone that's stable to you. One moment he's here, he's saying something, and the next moment he's off balance. But listen to him long enough and it begins to make sense. But give him 5 more minutes, then he gone off into the abyss, into a conversation that you can't follow. There's no trail to follow it for it to make sense. But one thing they say, the fool we will have with us always. You understand? And it's such a sad situation that we actually, as a people, we can't see better of ourselves. We can't see ourselves up there. There are certain people who can only see from here to there. They can't see way over there and know that, listen, I am bigger than this. I am better than this. And so let me channel something positive. Let me think of something meaningful that I can do, that I can be, so that others can see the greatness in me. This is what I would expect a nation of people who claim to be adults, well-thinking adults, and they're grown and they're this and that, and I can do what I want. This is what I think that they would be doing. But at the end of the day, they're catering to stupidity because they're stupid themselves. It's such a sad situation. You don't know better. You don't even know what is good for you. You simply don't know better. You don't know better. Don't know better. That's all I have to say about it. Thank you so much for your time. Enjoy your day and may God bless you. Bye-bye.